Gophers, we are checking in from Highmark Stadium, waiting for the Buffalo Bills. Are your bets getting cold? Not for long, because the line is hot.
The best sports betting podcast around.
Down life's a limit, kings on this court, ruling the game from the top of the world. Calling my name, no hesitation, just celebration in sight. Raise the stakes, we're living for a hype. Yeah, hit the summit, best high, watch and grow. This the life it chose. Let the stakes flow.
And you are once again tuned into your ladies' favorite new show in the world of fantasy and sports betting. And guys,
I'm glad I dressed up. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad.
Man, you know, listen, I'm testing out my new forest green hoodie that I just got. It's pretty fresh. You can't really see it too well in my my green screen. It kind of blends.
No, it matches your Pirates hat.
I know. That's why I'm at the point in my life, Boston Mike, where I coordinate outfits. Like I have a hat, and you know I have a lot of hats. I have a hat that matches like my outfit and my shoes, even down to like the gym. I'll be going to the gym, and I have my yellow Asics sneakers that I called you about when I was at the mall when I bought them. Remember I asked you and Amy, are these fresh? I got those that match my shorts and, you know, from head to toe, man. But hey, that is not.
Oh, listen, just so everybody knows, they're not yellow. They're like a neon greeny yellow. They're a better color than mustard. Just so
yeah. No, you're right, but yeah, man.
My question is this: are you going to rock purple, and people at the gym are going to call you Grimace?
I don't know, but they be grimacing when they look at me. They know that the kid's been in the gym, dog. They know he's
do it.
But,
show it off.
So it's nice. Interesting. Do we want to give? I mean, obviously, we probably have to give people the heads up on this. So it is not. You will when you see this, you'll see this recording. It'll be Friday in the normal time slot, but being that tomorrow is one of my favorite holidays, Halloween, and a lot of us, like Boston Mike and some others, have kids, and they have obviously Halloween-related engagements and apparently duties, trick-or-treating and whatnot. We decided to do this show on a Thursday, so it is Thursday at about 9 o'clock, so in like our regular time slot, but a day early. So we're recording it instead of going live. We're recording it, but we have a great show lined up. Thank you again, everybody, for being back here on the Built-in Buffalo Network. Like I was mentioning, we have a great show lined up for you. We have, some reactions to the Bills. We have fantasy. We have, if we maybe even talk a little bit about the World Series has been turning into a great series. NBA is underway, college football. We're going to kind of cover it all, and we're going to wish everybody a fantastic Halloween. But besides that, Boston Mike, how you doing? How's your week? And great to be back with you here.
I'm doing good. You're looking good. You're looking svelte. I like the fact that we're both pumping in the gym. Anyway, you will be able – now here's the deal. If you're watching this now, that means you are not watching it live, but you're watching the replay live. I am going to be in the chat room playing these segments. And we still will be talking to you live. So feel free. This is still a live show. We're just kind of recording some segments, whatever. I'll be live tomorrow. Boston Mike's the only one.
So
I'm going to get my
Q&A. Overload Boston Mike.
Huh?
Right. No, I said so everybody, because of that, make sure you get your Q&A, get all your questions in, because Boston Mike can respond to you in real time, because he's going to basically just be hitting the play button so he could chat with you. With all the listeners.
I don't have to produce the show. I don't have to switch the screens and get the people FaceTime. I'll just be there chilling on the chat. And, maybe we'll have a little segment where we'll invite somebody that has a good take on the segment to talk with me for a little bit.
We'd like to do that. We love our fan engagement. We offered it last episode. We wanted to get who was that? I forget the guy from last week. He was just full of questions and funny takes.
Yeah, that guy was full of piss and vinegar. That guy.
Hopefully he'll be on again.
I forgot his name. Yeah.
We forget your name, brother, but you were bashing Boston Mike.
Yeah, if you're watching now, call in, because I want to give you some props for that Joe Flacco.
Yeah, anytime touchdown prop.
That was a great
Was
pick.
it Matt? Was his name Matt?
I think it was Joe.
Joe. Okay.
We'll have to go back to the chat.
We'll have to go.
All
Yeah,
right,
we'll look,
anyway.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
where do you want to start?
Week 8. Think about it, man. We're gonna start where we always start. We're recapping last week real quick, and then we'll bring everybody in, and we'll kind of get to the rest of the show. But I mean, for me, recap cannot start until the hometown Buffalo Bills. What did you think of the beatdown in Carolina?
Well, I mean, obviously somewhat relieved. I'm glad that they showed up. I was worried, and go back and you guys can listen to what I said if you remember. I wasn't going to be satisfied with the lack of defensive execution, the lack of scripting drives outside of just the opening drive of the game and the halftime drive that they seem to do well. And there's just been Joe Brady. I don't know what he's been doing. Just so inconsistent with calling plays that work and setting plays up. I really was nervous that the Bills could struggle against the Panthers. Panthers who are undefeated at home. As ATL Phil and I, we talked about, like they killed Atlanta, and I don't know, maybe Atlanta's a paper tiger, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But, all the same, I was worried until the Bills actually showed me they were going to come out and really throttle somebody. They haven't really done it here, and you can't take any NFL team for granted. They have some decent weapons. They had the great running backs, which the Bills were able to, for the most part, keep in check. And the Bills they had the ball almost the whole game. They had sustained drives. James Cook had a day. He was
especially in that first half. Holy shit.
He would have had 300 yards had they kept him in the game. I have no doubt. He finished with two and change through 3 quarters. They pulled him out by the 4th. I think he was at 216. He finished on like 16 carries. He broke 2 explosive plays.
19 for 216 and 2 touches. Damn.
Right. So that was nice to see. The offensive line looked great. But again, that's if barring whatever has happened to this point. When you looked, and I think Evan Moneyball made this point. I'm pretty sure it was him. At the beginning of the season, you looked at this game on the schedule, you pegged that to be a Bills blowout. And I guess it doesn't really matter how we got between then and now. The Bills been playing like shit, honestly, and haven't played like a solid game, with all sides, all phases hitting, at the same time. They put a good game in. The defense was opportunistic. They got a bunch of turnovers. Granted, it was against Andy Dalton, definitely a backup quarterback at this point in his career. They've made him uncomfortable throughout. They forced multiple turnovers and they capitalized. So it was nice to see, and you just hope that they can take some of this momentum. And obviously, we have a big test on the horizon this week at One Bills
This
Drive.
is more than we'll get into that. This is
I want to hear your take. You gave me some good takes earlier off air. I would like to hear your takes again, because I think you gave some really good takes. Pregame today, I was talking just on the phone, and you had some awesome takes. But I just hope that this will give them a boost of confidence to kind of propel them from here on, forward as we kind of move along into the season. They can use this as a springboard. And unfortunately, the one bad thing that did happen in this game, aside from there was a bunch of good things. Max Harrison came back, looked pretty good. They played pretty good on both sides of the ball. They lose at Oliver. Oliver makes a hell of a sack, had a tackle for loss, ended up partially tearing his bicep. But the good news is, as of today, he came on social media on his Instagram and posted a video and said that he will be back soon. And it's looking like somehow he'll be out for a month. So he will be back for the stretch run, which is positive news. Arguably our best player this year on defense. So what do you think?
Well, I mean, put it this way. I don't know what takes I gave you were great because I don't prepare any takes. So we'll try to weasel them out of me later if we start getting down that road. But I think here's what I think. I think that Carolina game was definitely set up to get right. You guys are on the bye. You came back. I mean, Ted McMillan is great. I mean, he didn't kill you. I mean, he had he
has a couple crossers. He really he was a possession receiver in that game. He didn't have any explosive plays.
It wasn't bad. But here's the deal. You guys had to blow them out to get the feeling that you could possibly beat the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you lost that game to Carolina, no matter if it was an ugly game, a blowout game, a ref play bad,
Right.
you know, whatever. If you didn't blow out Carolina, this week was going to be real tough in
Yeah.
this area. So I'm
No, for
glad
sure.
they won. I think the whole point of the Bills being in that upper echelon is that, yes, they faced a couple good defenses on those nights, right? The Pats played good. They squeaked one out. The Falcons had a great game plan. They didn't adjust. But these are the games that good teams and great teams should win, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
I tried to talk you off the ledge last week. Hopefully you're back on the ledge because obviously we have a stiff test, you know.
Yeah.
And it's funny if you're watching momentums, right? The Bills seemed like they had no momentum. Everybody was mad, and now they bounce back.
Well,
a little
they're
bit.
going up. They're going up the roller coaster now. They're going up the roller
Yeah.
coaster at the bottom. Going
So
up.
hopefully, and I'll explain to you guys later of why this is a must win, and not for the Bills players and you know, for seeding, and we'll talk about that anyway. But
Oh.
yeah, I don't know, dude. And then, you know, if you just go through like the week, like, you know, I picked Miami, right? I was the only one lone wolfed it. Miami. How the freak did Miami whoop
That's fair.
on Atlanta after Atlanta played so good against the Bills? So being the Pats fan that I am, I'm hoping that the Falcons are the paper tigers that you're talking about, and a win's a win for me, dude. I'm not too proud to take one. That was surprising to me. That amazing Jets comeback, and I'll tell you one thing: I was so close to taking the Jets just because of the congealing factor. I really
Good word.
felt with
Good vocabulary.
those bullshit comments by Woody Allen. Like I totally thought that Justin Fields was going to rally those guys. Now,
Right.
did I know my man Brees Hall?
Thank you. I was wondering if you were going to mention him. What did he do for us? Thank you, Mr. Hall. This week,
3
finally.
tutties in the fourth with a passing touchdown. His,
For the game
his
winner.
QBR was like 100, dude. It's
158 or whatever, 0.3.
Oh, it was
he's
amazing.
done nothing. He did nothing for us all year and then broke out for the 3
No.
touchdown game. We needed that. Real
But yet
bad.
they keep predicting it. I wonder who
I know.
these experts are who give these rank. Like Brees Hall is going to get 17 each week. They're 0-2, 17, 0-3, 17. They get behind so much, like they're just scrambling around. They don't have the ball. They don't have drives. Like, listen, we almost benched him. Let's not be.
No, yeah,
fake
you're right.
here.
Well,
We almost benched him for Aaron Jones, who came back Thursday
Yeah.
night and did absolutely
I
nothing.
mean,
So
didn't
we're-
know what he was going to do right off the
we're
like,
happy.
from. Well, here's the other thing too. It's like almost like the Jets realized, and like no shade at Garrett Wilson, who I love a lot, like him.
It's got
Like,
awesome.
it's like they finally realized that Brees Hall's their best player. Like, oh,
Yes.
you don't say the guy that was going top 5 in every fantasy draft in the world this year. Oh,
He's a
maybe
top
we-
5 running back. If he was on like the Chiefs,
Oh
he'd
my
be
God.
the
He
best
threw
running
so
back. in
much
the league.
damage. Oh my God, 100%.
He can catch the ball. Obviously, we know now he can throw it. I mean, he might as well
Yeah.
be the backup to Fields.
Just run it back with
I
the what
digress.
was the, what was the-
I'm just trying to go down here and see like that Broncos game against the Cowboys. Like, did I drink the Kool-Aid?
that was a
Maybe.
surprising one. Yeah, we both were on that on the Cowboys there. Well, the
I mean,
Cowboys
listen,
defense
Dallas-
is really just dog shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've arrived at. You know.
Well, on the road, Bo Nix has won 5 in a row. They're tied for the hottest team in the league right now. I mean, I didn't realize that. I mean, yes, their defense is bad, but I thought the Cowboys were just going to outscore them. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be a 20-21 slugfest, but I figured the Cowboys were going to put up 30, 35 points. I didn't know that Denver was going to be the one to put up 44. Like, I mean, good for them. I'm not hating on them. I mean, after that comeback against the Giants the week before, I didn't think that they had enough cachet to do it. I mean, second-year quarterback, good for Bo Nix. I'm not hating on those guys at all.
Yeah.
I think I just might have overestimated the Cowboys a little bit. The
Maybe,
Colts. What can we say about the Colts, dude? We are so on the
we've-
Colts.
I know.
like,
We've
I'm
thought that
on the
they were
Colts,
a bullshit team. I mean, well, as every week that's gone by, they've become less and less of a bullshit team and a merchant of not playing anybody. We said this last week, 2 weeks ago. They run the ball and they have a good defense. And Danny Dimes' career is invigorated. Like they're a playoff.
Oh, listen, what do you have on? Jonathan Taylor was only 12 for 153 and 2 touchdowns. So when you're averaging 11 yards or 12 yards a carry,
Right. Their old line
it's
is moving
easy.
people.
It's easier to pass the ball. You know, I mean, Daniel Jones went for 272 and 3 touches. Luckily, my man Pittman caught one. You know, we got skunked on our anytime touchdown with Tyler Warren. Like, that sucked. He's been a good red zone target. I'm hoping he bounces back this week. I mean, listen, I totally thought the Steelers were going to put up a bigger fight for Aaron Rodgers. That didn't happen. Jordan Love came out, and our guy Tucker Kraft cooked some Kraft mac and
he did good.
Mac
Listen,
and cheese.
our fantasy team had a day.
Yeah,
Everybody on our team put up like 20 plus points. Even DK, not DK Metcalf, DK.
I know, I said that to you. I was like, we don't have DK.
No, DK from Tennessee. But hey, I want to bring the boys in if we can.
Yeah,
I have a couple questions for the guys.
All right.
ATL Phil and
Well,
Moneyball are here.
let's show the recap of the picks last week, and then let's bring the dudes in.
Let's go.
So,
what up, boys?
I will pat myself on the back yet again.
Oof, things are getting tight.
The scream face, I went 7.
Week.
Now listen, 7 last week is not the best score, but the problem is that I tried to get some sneaky underdogs that just didn't perform, and obviously we know, Evan over there knows when he tracks all these lines and how many underdogs should hit. That was the most favorites, in 40 years or something? What was it?
Yeah, 40 years for the favorites to cover against the spread in 1 week in that entire
crazy.
time. So, insane.
Crazy.
I do have a question for you. Well, actually, I have a question really for both of you together and separately, or however you want to do it. So I was on last night on a pod with some guys from the AFC West. So covering, it was mainly a Chiefs guy. We previewed the game for this week, and then there's also a Broncos guy and a Raiders guy. They didn't have a Chargers guy for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because they don't have any fans, as we know. But so 2 questions I'd like both of you to comment on. I'm Boston Mike too. So what I asked them was, this narrative with Bo Nix. Let's start with Bo Nix. Okay. I think a lot of us thought he's like the next quarterback, or one of the next quarterbacks, along with the Jaden Daniels pre-injury. These guys from last year that have shown a ton, and like that have the maybe the floor or ceiling, whatever you want to call it, I would say, to be like a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, like that next wave of guys. And we thought that he had kind of, I think, a little bit of a sophomore slump, at least at the start of the season. They're like, oh, well, Bo Nix ain't doing it this year. And all of a sudden he's been on a heater. So one of the guys, actually, it wasn't even the Broncos guy, the Chiefs guy, a division rival, told me, he said, the way that he's playing now, and with the I said they have a credible amount of weapons that I'm jealous of. I wish the Bills had, was Sutton and our boy Troy Franklin, Mike, and the running backs and their tight end. They have Evan Ingram, all these guys that they have, and the way that he's been playing with their defense. The Chiefs guy said that they're definitely a Super Bowl contender. So what do you guys think about that, first off? And then Phil, obviously we have to let you talk a little bit about your boys. We got to talk about the Falcons, about their performance and how they let a lot of us down on our picks.
Like thereof.
Yeah, so go ahead. However you guys want to take it.
Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, I think Denver is definitely a Super Bowl contender. I think their defense is top in the NFL this year. Bo Nix is playing out of his mind, frankly. So, I like that pick as Denver being one of the better teams in the NFL right now, along with Indy. Indy's the same way. They're just a good all around team. And then my Falcons, man,
didn't see that coming, bud. Honestly, I didn't.
And around here in Atlanta, you hear it like Raheem Morris, like no pun intended here, but the seat is hot. So if he don't do something, if they have that same performance that they had this week against the Patriots, there's going to be things going down over in Flowery Branch. I'm sitting here feeling like Bills fans felt 2 weeks ago,
right
before the bye. We just don't know what's happening. Like we're not setting up any calls offensively. The offensive coordinator is just, it's like he's like we talked about a couple of weeks ago. He's playing Madden. He's just picking calls and hoping something works. He's not setting anything up. You gave the ball to Bijan not enough times where he can get going. Like you give him the ball and then
get in the flow of the game.
Throwing the ball around, and he just can't get in the game like that. And I mean, one of the best running backs in the NFL, and that's what you do. You got to feed him the ball. You got to let him eat, and frankly, they're not doing that right now. So I don't know what to say about the Falcons right now.
It was
all right, Evan, save the Falcons. Are you saving them?
I've wanted to save them since the year started. We do so many questionable decisions in Atlanta. It just makes your head spin. I went back and forth with that game all week long. I think a lot of people had Atlanta pegged as an easy win. I was seeing 5% early on in the week for Miami. It did shoot up a little bit. So that's what kind of, took me away from it. But Miami still, man, I mean, it's one of those games where Atlanta just plays down to the level of other teams. It's that simple. When we have a game where we're, they're getting minus 400 and we were beat up, it just, certain things didn't add up to me in that game. And I wish I kind of stuck with my initial instinct for Sunday, but I was right initially. It's definitely one of those situations where Atlanta is a letdown team and it sucks, but it continues to happen week by week. I mean, we put up 0 against a Panthers team who just got destroyed by the Bills, who we beat. So it makes no sense how you track the Falcons.
Yeah.
But I think this week, another interesting.
Guys are all banged up, right?
Yeah, we're still hurting on defense. I think Penix should be back this week. London, maybe. I mean, we got question marks everywhere, man. I would not pick us. They only got us at plus 210, but we should be plus 300 at this point. I don't understand the line.
Who are they playing this week?
Ooh, let me see. Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
The other second hottest team in the league with a 5-game winning streak.
Yes.
Real
Let me
quick,
tell you
Evan.
something about Bo. Here you go.
Mike.
Let me tell you my Bo Nix analogy.
And Evan, let Evan get back into for the Broncos.
All right, do your Bo Nix thing. Yeah,
man. I've loved Bo Nix since last year. I think the system over there works great for him, even though he didn't start amazing. I never put a quote on him as being, in a sophomore slump. That would be way too early for him. And he's proved that just all around, like Phil said. If you're comparing that team to anybody, it would be the Colts for how just well-built they are on defense and offense. Those are the teams that end up winning the majority of the games in the NFL. Because when your team, like we saw against the Giants, even when their offense wasn't kicking, clearly they kept it close enough to still mount the comebacks. So it's you can build longevity in a team like that. And I still love all their pieces, man. Sutton's always been him, I think. He's always – no matter which cornerback's on him, you can still rely on that guy in the red zone. You still got Evan Engram back healthy, who their coach has said multiple times they want to build back into that offense, which why not? I just think all together, man, they're not a team that I like fading at all. And I've rode with them for the past couple of weeks, and they're about the only consistent team that I've been, reliably making money on. So I'm big on them.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, listen, here we go. The soapbox is out. Okay. So, if you were going to redraft quarterbacks in that draft, would Caleb still be number 1? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Would Jaden Daniels still be number 2? Maybe not. I know.
Not.
He was my guy last year. I wrote him. Perfect weapon.
Can't stay healthy right now.
Perfect storm, NFC Championship, nowhere to go but down.
That's true.
Now, would you take Bo Nix over Drake May? And that is what I struggle with because I love them both. I think, and it's funny, I read an article the other day about how the Bears approached that draft, and I don't know if they didn't give Drake May a chance, but the story is that they went in playing the worst highlights of Drake May, I think talking themselves into picking Caleb Williams. I don't know, you had the first pick. I mean, you could have got whatever you wanted. But Bo Nix, remember, when he lost to the Bills after a great start in that playoff game, Sean, you remember that? start.
Yeah.
We looked at each other like, oh shit, this dude is for real.
Yeah.
And what did he have? What was he playing with? A broken back, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, when he comes in the next year, it's not a sophomore slump. I mean, he's just getting acclimated. The team's, kind of getting acclimated to itself. As every year is different. I think that's what I love about football. Yes, the Chiefs should be good, but you know what? They might not be every week, right? The Pats weren't supposed to do shit, and they're on a 5-game winning streak and lost to the Raiders. Tell me we can't be undefeated right now with the losses we've got and the way our quarterback is playing. So for me, it's still a 2-team race. It's the Chiefs and the Bills until we get a few more wins under our belt. And it could be Indy, Denver, Patriots, and the Bills might be wild card weekend. I mean, it's just unfortunate. But Atlanta, to me, didn't show much. I'm not expecting much out of them. You know what? Funny, I think we played decent the first couple drives, so we'll probably give Atlanta a little bit of false hope. And then probably, late second quarter and on, we'll probably put the gas on. I mean, obviously Drake May's one of the best long ball throwers this year. I mean, he's the new Russell Wilson of the long ball. I mean, our receivers are playing pretty well. Our defense is playing pretty well. I mean, it's going to be a weird ending here, especially with the schedule, the strength of the schedules. But I am all in on Bo Nix. Sean, I collect the shit out of cards.
Me too.
Bo Nix. Funny, it's funny. And people always know who I root for by the people I collect. And I did not collect Caleb Williams, right? I did a shit ton of Jaden Daniels because obviously he was hot and I made money. Obviously Drake May. Penix, not so much. I kind of backed into some Michael Penix cards, some better ones, so I've been sitting on them. But if you watch, like right now, Bo Nix cards are through the roof. I mean,
what about Drake May?
I mean, listen, Drake May is
not like Bo.
Fourth in the MVP right now or something.
No,
right?
I'm saying purely cards though, card value.
Oh, he's He's up.
Okay,
yeah.
I figured both of them. Yeah,
totally.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels in a little bit of a slump right now, but that's the product of his team not winning.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams. I mean, that dude can't string a couple games together. I mean, his accuracy is not, dude. For a number 1 pick, I mean, I feel bad. I mean, Chicago just they missed. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Everybody can hate me, but I got the third quarterback taken, and I would take him number 1 overall. Would you guys pick Bo Nix over Drake May if the draft came around, or would you stick with 1, 2, 3 the way they went?
It's tough. It is tough.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think you got to look at specific situations for NFL drafts. I think Chicago came into it, hadn't really had a solid QB for so long, so you just kind of fall into the spot where you take the number 1 projected guy and make your city happy on paper. Does it actually contribute to the field? Williams has always been a doubter in my mind. I drafted him last year in my fantasy football team. I dropped him by like week 6. So I've never been that big on him since that. I think he does have those spots where, I mean, the man's got all the talent on the field in the world to work with. I think Adunze, last year they even had Allen on top, which they really didn't do anything with. I think they're just kind of a letdown team until, he really shows out. And the guys that have been consistent are the ones that are going to be driving up those prices on the cards. Makes sense to me.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Sean, let me ask you. I mean, what's your Bo Nix thoughts?
I mean, I like him a lot. I thought that he had kind of an up and down first couple games, which you kind of alluded to with the injury, working his way back. But I mean, he's been gangbusters the last couple weeks. He had 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of that last game. So I think he's
against the Giants. Yeah,
he's outperforming what I think what my expectations were. And I don't know if it was his stature. I don't know. I liked a lot of the other quarterbacks I think ahead of him. I still thought he was good, but he's surpassed my expectations. And I think he's solidified in my mind as a guy who could be a top 10 quarterback along with Drake May. I think those guys are right now 1 and 2 of the emerging second year guys.
Yeah.
That's just what I see. What is the hybrid thing
overall?
What is the hybrid
honestly
thing?
They're protected. you got to think about that. These guys got great offensive lines in front
That's
of
true.
them. So they're protected. They have time to throw the ball. They have
Is
time
the hybrid with us?
Yeah, the
Hold on.
hybrid's with us. Of course he is.
On.
The hybrid.
Hold on. Where's Marcus?
I am here. I am here, my guys. Can you hear me?
Marcus.
Yeah.
I was getting my notes together while y'all was putting it on.
Oh, Marcus, listen, I've been waiting to show you this video for
Oh, yeah,
3
yeah.
weeks now.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Marcus,
So
thank you
good.
so much. I just need listen, I made this for you and I just haven't seen you.
Play it,
I
and
wanted-
we'll go right to
listen.
commercial after. That'd be perfect.
I wanted to say thank you for paying up
Man
your
of his
bet
word.
because your man SV still hasn't paid up.
Oh,
Still on the docket. He's still on deck.
He is on deck. But listen, man, I had so much respect for you and what you did. I created this thing for you. So without further ado, my man, the hybrid.
This is for the Summer Sports Live crew, the gang, for my loss, 100 push-ups. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So, Marcus, I
classic.
have to give you some applause. Let me find my
Where's the
applause.
clap?
here.
You got it? I got it. There
Thank
you
you,
go.
my brothers. Thank you.
And we
Thank
play
you,
that
guys.
every episode, bro. We literally play that every episode. It's like a mandatory play that we do now every week.
Thank you,
whether
my
you're here or
brother.
I'm
not.
going to tell you right now, you are the fastest push-upper that I have ever seen. And I was in the Army, dude. You're faster than anybody. That was
man.
amazing.
I like to I like to try to superset it most of the time, try to get it done as best as possible,
So Marcus, we were just talking as you were logging on. We were just talking about some of the second-year quarterbacks. So Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. So we're kind of going back and forth. What are your thoughts about those guys? Like, who was the cream of the crop in your eyes? Obviously, being a defensive player, what have you seen, and kind of for your money, who has become the best? I know it's still early. Caleb Williams has been kind of hit or miss, but what do you see from a former player's perspective on who looks to be like the main guy out of that class from last year?
Well, you know what, guys? I had this situation kind of brings you back to while I was playing with the Jets. I had the opportunity of sharing locker space with Tim Tebow and Mark Sanchez, guys that were coming in, pretty young at that time. Actually, we also had I forgot his last name, the gentleman at that
McElroy?
same year. That played for the Alabama.
McElroy. Yeah, McElroy.
Yeah.
So I had opportunity of being around those guys. This kind of this situation or this quarterback class kind of symbolizes in terms of notoriety, in terms of swagger, in terms of kind of being the overall quarterback following up a great class of quarterbacks. I really like the guy Bo Nix. I think this guy has got some pizzazz with him. He has the talent, he has the grit. And he's out there showing it. And I think with this, not being his first year, but with him having some experience under his belt, I think he's really going to start to pull to the forefront. I do like the dark kid from the Giants. I think he has some sparks as well. To be similar to Bo, but I'm really liking Bo Nix.
And he's a rookie too this year.
Exactly.
The kid from the Giants. So yeah, he's balling. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple really good performances like Jaden Daniels who we know that you like a lot, who kind of just balled out. And I know whether it be just from injuries kind of maybe hindering him a little bit this season. He's taking a little bit of a step back, but I mean that doesn't mean that the talent's not still there. He's still a baller. And we hope that he gets better soon. But
of course, I kind of feel like that's understood. I'm sorry. I gotta say sorry to my guy Daniels. Of course, we're going to mention him and definitely going to hold him in high regard. within the class of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks right now, for sure. There's no list of any order to me. I think it's still early, but I think like I said, some of the guys that we mentioned are doing a great job.
Yep, absolutely. Love that.
Well, did that solve your Bo Nix itch?
Yeah. No, I think he's an upper echelon, man. Just like you, I collect his rookie cards. I think he's really good. I said he's overperforming what my expectations were for him. I think for some reason I wanted to hate on him, but at this point, I can't. I have to, as you know, I've been a Drake May guy. I have to put them on almost the same level at this point, just due to performance.
Yeah. And also you got to remember that Bo is kind of a situation. I mean, let's just take a short rewind real quick and go back to about a year or two ago when Bo was at, what was it, Oregon?
Oregon, yeah.
Right? And we had Shedeur at Colorado. We had the guy, what's my guy's name? Caleb at USC, right? I mean, we were talking about some of the top quarterbacks in the country at that time and some of the top teams in the country trying to get those teams or wanting to see what it would look like, with those teams versus each other or, on the same day, playing on the same day. Now we kind of get a chance to see those guys outside of the college program into the NFL. I mean, I think we're still dealing with those same type of players. I think they got more experience. I think that we're forgetting that Bo has already been through trials and tribulations in terms of team to team, offensive coordinator to offensive coordinator. So he's got a little bit more oomph up under him than I would say the rest, or similar to Daniels as well.
Yep. So, Marcus, let me just ask you one quick follow-up specifically about Bo and Denver, and as a former defensive player in the league. We were just kind of kicking it around the horn about whether or not this year Denver has what it takes to be a Super Bowl contender. We know the defense is elite. They got the reigning defensive player of the year on their team, and Patrick Surtain, the second. But with Bo Nix's improved play and that offense and the weapons they have and that defense, do you think they could come out of the AFC this year?
I think it's Nick's team. I think that the coaching staff has turned over the reins. I think the entire team possesses a personality that they're about their business. So I do think there's the high odds on that they do have an opportunity to be a contender. Of course, those guys are also, you got to take into consideration, year round, those guys are playing in inclement weather. They're training in a
high altitude.
A high altitude. So when it comes down to playoff time, when it comes down to those serious weather games, I think that's when they're going to strike.
Yep.
Yeah. And listen, I don't think it hurts him that he has Sean Payton behind him. So I wouldn't discount that. If he went to the Giants and had Brian Daboll, I don't know if Bo Nix would be Bo Nix this year at where he's at.
Yeah,
just my own opinion. But all right, Sean, we're going to get into some other stuff. You want to do an advertisement for me?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Let's talk about some cruise planners if we can.
Right.
Would that be cool?
All right, let's do this.
All right. So, are you guys ready to plan your dream getaway? I know I am. I'm always ready to go, hit any type of a trip to get me out of home and see some different scenery. But at Cruise Planners by Amy Perrin, located right here in Lancaster, New York, we've been helping Western New Yorkers for over 20 years. Our clients experience unforgettable custom itineraries, all-inclusive escapes, cruises, and so much more. And best of all, you won't pay a dime for our expert services. So call us today at 716-458-0755 or visit us on the web at cruisetheworldvacations.com. And remember, as always, your vacation starts here.